After a somewhat tumultuous week for Sims 4, reporting on major save corruptions with Sims 4 for Rent, the new gameplay trailer for the upcoming Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack is here. Is this expansion pack looking any more promising in terms of gameplay? These are just my initial and honest opinions and reactions, but I do hope to do a follow-up as we get more information. Now, before I dissect this trailer, I will say I do not recommend anyone pre-ordering this expansion pack or buying it before you get a full review of it. The reason is I do have some concerns that this could have similar save corruption issues or other major bugs as Sims 4 for Rent. And there really isn't that much of an advantage to pre-order any expansion pack. You can always buy it the day of if you choose. Those warnings aside, let's go ahead and see what the team has to offer and if there's actually anything new in this new trailer. So first, I'm just going to summarize the video very quickly, but we're going to go a little bit deeper. I took some moments in the trailer I think that are notable. That aside, let's get into this. So they claim it is a lively city. I don't know if I would describe it that way, but it definitely is scenic. One thing I'll say is they always make things look scenic, even if I don't find them super compelling. They mention hobby meetups where you can share interests or learn a new hobby. Pretty much what I expected. And we get to also see the pottery wheel, which unfortunately we already saw in the reveal trailer. I will say you can make decorative and functional pieces with different glazes, and I think that's a nice touch. You can also give them off as gifts, so I think some people will have a lot of fun with that, and honestly, in my opinion, it's one of the main unique draws. You can also take broken pieces and create something new out of them, and of course you can run your own pottery shop. They showed lots of different possibilities of pack integration, which I think people are going to have different opinions on. First of all, of course, we did have the tattoo. You can have a museum. You can have a bakery, which does appear to be another food stall. In terms of pack integration, first of all, we see a cat cafe. And yes, I think tons of people will have fun with this. Again, I think it's good that an expansion pack does have strong pack integration. It was featured very heavily in this trailer, so that's just something to keep in mind. Supposedly, the flexibility allows you to add different elements, such as if you have a tattoo shop, you can add live music and also interesting artwork. They claim they have versatile, modern, and vintage designs. So I previously commented on the Cass and Bell buy. I didn't know what style they were going for. Now, I did note that there was some work in here by content creators, some assets, so I do think that's a nice strategy. I hope they continue to work with content creators. But moving on, of course, we have candy making, the small business residential, or you can have a venue lot. So to me, this sounds like you can either have a small business where you live in the same place, or you can have a separate lot. The question would be, if you just set up a business and you aren't actually running it, will it run on its own? Beyond that, we do have custom configurations. You can change your logo, the name of the business, what kind of customers you want to attract, and of course, you can select what spaces you want employees to go and also customers. Truly hope this part works because I am a little bit worried about that. You can hire up to 2 to 3 employees, and you can assign tasks and manage their salaries and hire even family members. There's a new aspiration called the Esteemed Entrepreneur. I did go into more detail about the aspirations and the traits in my previous video. Now, of course, you can have businesses like services, you can have retail, and also you can have the ticket entry. Nice part about the ticket entry is you can charge one time or by the hour. Personally, I actually think this is one of the most useful tools in the game because you could use it for so many different reasons. You can change your prices, and of course, your prices and interactions are going to impact customer satisfaction. Now, I think the aspect of customer satisfaction could be pretty interesting in this pack if it works well, and just the ins and outs of managing the business. There's also a perk system which you can aspire to be neutral, you can be a dreamer, or you can be a schemer. I'm definitely most interested in shady business and schemer intentions. There is a Simo coin, you can invest in it, and you can also even claim insurance by setting something on fire. You can also transfer your business or sell it to someone else. Here is where we get a little bit more contentious again. You have lectures and mentoring. As someone already mentioned, we already did have education-based expansion pack, and that would have been nice to add there. Personally, at the time Discover University came out, I wanted a general education pack, but this is where we are right now. So the difference between lectures is you're just teaching skills, and classes you're monetizing a wide range of skills. It's possible not to get paid if you do it poorly. Again, I think they are doing better in adding consequences and also things not going as well as possible. Mastery skills make skills go faster, and you can unlock different different stencil designs. You can even request a tattoo in honor of a loved one. These are some nice details, but I definitely think that this didn't really add to my knowledge. In all fairness, we saw the leak with the blog post, but in short, this is all about managing the business. It's not really that much about hobbies in my opinion. It's about the cross-pack gameplay, it's about the flexibility of the system, being able to run a cat cafe with live music going on. There are lots of possibilities for creativity. At the same time, the actual foundation of this pack is really worrying to me. Again, this is because of the corruption issues with For Rent. While it's not the same system, I could see a lot of these things being problematic. And the irony is, in order to get the most out of this pack, I think more expansion packs would be better. The more packs you have, the more likely this pack is going to cause problems. That aside, let's go into my observations and some quick screenshots because I did notice some things beyond the trailer narration. First of all, this is the overview of the world. I think it looks a little bit more interesting to me this time around. I do like the general design and architecture. Keep in mind, most of these are going to be shells, but it does give you the aspect of feeling like you're in a more bustling place. So I love the waterway. I just wish the waterways were actually usable. I wish we could take out boats and fish and swim. Maybe that wouldn't be the best water to swim in, but you understand where I'm coming from, hopefully. I wish we could just take a ride on the boat, even if it was just a rabbit hole experience where you click on the boat and you go on a romantic ride. I don't know, I think adding those aspects would be really interesting. Now again, I don't know what is interactive in the town, I'm just saying what would be on my personal wish list. There's also a nice park here and a gazebo. I do appreciate the space because it makes the world feel more usable. Again, it's hard to know what the world is going to be like until we get into it. Now, honestly, I might be wrong, but I thought I saw this in the reveal trailer already. These are some of the glazes you can use for pottery. They include blush, contemporary, industrial, matte, minimalist, and modern, and obviously there are more in further rows. I don't really have that much of an opinion, but I do like that they have this level of customization. If you're going to add something like pottery, it is good to add those small details. For some reason, they were really trying to sell us on the new piano coming to this pack. Don't get me wrong, I love instruments, but obviously we've had pianos many times. That aside, this is going to be a lounge, and again, I think this is great in terms of overall creativity and flexibility. Even if it doesn't personally feel super new to me, technically speaking, if you use your creativity and combine other packs, you can do a lot with this pack. Of course, you can also charge admission for museums. The only thing is, it would have been nice to have more things to place in a museum. And of course, it's not a Sims 4 pack without more food stalls. I do like this idea, but honestly, I think we need to get away from food stalls, bars, and at town squares where everybody meets up. Just to me, personally feels like they keep reusing ideas. And of course, this is a picture of a cat cafe. I do think this looks very cozy and cute. I like how it's decorated. Again, one could argue, could you accomplish something similar if you own Get to Work and also Get Together? Now, I do like the look of this coffee bar. I will say, if you have Get Together, you can already have cafes. You get a look here at what it looks like to register a small business. Some examples include a bar, a gym, a library, a lounge, museum, nightclub, park, pool, pottery studio, and shop, and of course, tattoo parlor. These are just the presets. You can create your own if you wish. There's also entrance fees and price modification. Besides the blog and getting some information about some nuance of running the business, and of course, your traits and aspirations, I am a little concerned this didn't really add a lot of new details. One thing I do like is that it looks like you can choose what salary you want for each employee. This means you can hire them at any level you want, so it will be interesting to see how those dynamics play up. Also, if employees rebel if you pay them too low. Of course, we get some new interactions on the computer. These new interactions include looking at competitors, transferring tattoos to someone else, mining Simocoin, selling your tattoo, posting fake endorsements, I like that addition, replying to customer feedback, and buying a small business venue. A lecture here is interesting, but I will note this is actually about nifty knitting, and on the whiteboard it actually looks like the sim is talking about pottery. And unless I'm mistaken, the whiteboard looks exactly the same here. So all in all, like I said, I'm gonna link my past video about the leak because they posted the blog post that is identical to content I already covered. Aside, this gameplay trailer was okay. I think if you're really into flexible small businesses, maybe you'll get something out of it. For me, I really wanted a hobbies pack in Sims 4, and I think it was disappointing in that aspect. There's nothing really new or groundbreaking here to really dive deep into. My biggest concern is just the functionality, but yes, I do feel like at most this could have been a game pack. I will see if there's going to be a live stream, and I do hope to cover that whenever that comes out. I will continue to cover as more details come out about this pack. If again, the warning, please do not pre-order this pack or buy it right away if you are concerned about the stability of your game. As always, please take care, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.